Welcome back to my English Learning YouTube channel. We are discussing tenses continuously in our videos. We are uploading a video every day learning English learning English through English Learning YouTube channel by Muhammad Rafiqul Islam. Today's topic is past perfect tense. In our previous video, I discussed past continuous tense. Today I have to discuss past perfect tense. So this is the third subdivision of past tense. So I am writing the title of this tense on the board, past perfect tense. So past perfect tense, when we want to write a sentence of past perfect tense, then we have to know its correct structure, and in every case and in every aspect of tense which we are learning every day, we have at first mentioned the structure of the tense itself. Okay, so like this, I want to say past perfect tense means its structure comprised subject, then head, then PP, that means past participle form of the verb, again object if the verb is a transitive form, then we have to use or write an object, and finally extension. Okay, so here what is the difference between present perfect tense and past perfect tense? Only one word difference, and that is in present perfect tense we use have or has, and in past perfect tense we use had, the past tense form of have or has. So the same verb we use it in present perfect tense and we use it in past perfect tense. But in present perfect we use the present form of had, that are have and has. Okay, but in past perfect we use only had. So remember it. So we have already learned past continuous tense, and in that tense a rule was given that when an action was going on in the past time, and if another action takes place at that time, then the action that was going on in the past time should be expressed in past continuous tense, and the action that took place at that moment of happening, then it should be written in past indefinite tense. So we mention some example like this, like when the boy was crossing a road, a bus knocked him down. Okay, so this was one example of past continuous tense. So in this way, the use of past perfect tense is very same, or we have to follow that same way to mention the rule of past perfect tense. In this tense also, two actions happened or occurred in the past time in two different times. Okay, two actions happening in the past time, one takes place before another, then the action that takes place before another should be expressed in past perfect tense, and the action that takes place later should be expressed in past indefinite tense. So there are two tenses. We have to use two tenses together, one of past perfect, another is of past indefinite tense. Okay, two activities of the past. The earlier we may mention in a very short form, one of the two actions of the past, one of the two actions of the past taken place or occurred, taken place earlier, should be expressed in past perfect tense. Should be expressed in past perfect tense. Okay, perfect tense. And the other taken place later should be expressed in past indefinite tense. Okay, the rule is very simple, past indefinite tense, but this tense is very important for its use in our daily activities, and again from the point of examination view. In most of the examinations, we see some sentences of past perfect tense where both the tenses are used. Both the tenses mean past indefinite and past perfect tense. Here I am reading the rule. One of the two actions of the past taken place earlier should be the earlier taken place, the earlier one. Okay, the earlier one should be expressed in past perfect tense, and the other one taken place later should be expressed in past indefinite tense. So I am erasing the rule because the space on the board is very little. So I have to write some examples here. That is why I have erased the rule. I hope all of you have already got the point. So here we have already understood that there would be two actions of past tense, past time. One would take place before another. So the one that takes place before another should be expressed in past perfect, and the latter activity or action should be expressed in past indefinite tense. Very simple sentence. I have explained in a very simple sentence. So I hope all of you have understood the rule. But we have to notice the use of before and after in such tenses or in such sentences. Okay. So the action that takes place before another should be written at the very beginning of the sentence. So when there are before and after in sentences, then the sentence having before should be before and after are always put between the two tenses. That means past perfect and past indefinite, or past indefinite or past perfect tense. Okay. But when we use before in a sentence, then the first part of the sentence is written in past perfect tense. Okay, past perfect. This is number one, and the last part is in past indefinite tense. Okay, so it is very important and very simple to understand when we mention this rule, sub rule, mentioning before and after in a sentence, because the part before the word before, should be in past perfect tense, and the part after the word before should be written in past indefinite tense. Okay, again the part before the word after should be in past indefinite tense. Okay, past indefinite tense. And again the part after the word after is written in past perfect tense. So I have already written the two sub rules here containing before and after, and I hope all of you have noticed the distinction between the use of between these two sentences containing before and after. So when there is before in a sentence, we have to write the first part in past perfect tense and the last part in past indefinite tense. And when there is after in a sentence, then we have to write the first part in past indefinite tense and the second part or the last part in past perfect tense. Very simple one. So I hope you are getting my point. So here the very famous sentence I mentioned here, because whenever we learn past perfect tense, every teacher, from my personal experience, I can say most of the teachers mention this sentence. Okay, the train had left before we reached the station. So I am also not exception in this regard. I also want to write this sentence only. The train had left before we reached the station. So it is very simple, and this sentence is known to everybody. It is a very famous sentence. So there are two tenses in this sentence. One is past perfect, another is past indefinite. Okay, and between these two sentences, these two parts, we have used the word before. Okay, so already proved that the part, the part, the part which is written, the word before should be in past perfect, and the part which is written after the word before should be in past indefinite tense. Okay, then if the sentence contains after, then it will be reverse. Okay, we have to use past indefinite before the word after, and past perfect after the word after. Okay, so I am writing another example here. It rained. So it is in past indefinite tense, simple past or past indefinite tense. It rained after we had reached school. Okay, this is a very simple sentence where after is present, and as because after is here, so I have written the first part in past part indefinite tense and the second part in past perfect tense. So I hope it is very simple and clear to everybody and you all to understand, and but the tense is very important for its use, and from the point of examination view and other interviews also. And in our Assamese medium, sometimes some more translations are also asked regarding the use of this past perfect tense. Okay, so I will mention some more sentences here for our practice. Okay, now I am writing, I saw him after he see me. So I have put bracket. I have kept the word see within bracket after the word after. Okay. See. Now number 2. It grow dark. It grow dark before we reached home. Again, the boy passed the MA before he married. Again, they killed the snake. The snake after they see it. Again, I finish the work before the sun set. Again, he left the room after I arrived. So I have written here 6 more sentences to clear our conception regarding the use of past perfect tense and past indefinite tense in the same sentences. Okay. So here, if we understand English very well, then we can make this sentence correct. Understanding the meaning of the sentences. So it is very good. Again, we may not understand English because in Indian context, all of us are learners of English. We are not scholars of English. We are going to learn this language because it's a foreign language which should be learned. So we are not scholar or expert like the English people. Okay, so we may understand or make correct of these sentences if we also don't understand English. So then what should we note or notice at that time? So here you see or we see that after is present here and the first part is written in past perfect, past indefinite tense. So I have already mentioned in my rule that the part which is written before after is in past indefinite tense and the latter part is in past perfect tense. So it would be he had sinned. Okay, he had sinned. I have not explained anymore because we have already understood. Okay, so now you see the word before. You see the word before. So when we find the word before, and then first part should be in past perfect tense. So it had grown. It had grown. Grew, grown. Again, the sentence contains before, so it should again be in past perfect tense. So it would be the boy had passed. Had passed. Again, after is present here, so the second part would be in past perfect tense. Okay, in past perfect tense. They killed the snake after they had seen it. Okay, had seen. Then number 5, I finished the work before the sunset. There are 2 brackets here in these sentences, but it does not create any problem for us because before is present here. So we will write this part in past perfect tense. So it will be I had finished. Okay, I had finished. Again, after, before, it should be in past indefinite tense. So the subject here is the sun and verb is set. The sun set. Set will remain in the same form in the past tense because we know that the 3 forms of set are the same. Okay, set, set, set. So it will be only set. Past tense of set is set. Again, this sentence contains after, so this part should be in past perfect tense. He had left the room. Okay, he had left, left. Again, this part should be in past indefinite tense. The past tense of arrive is arrived. So all of us have quite understood the use of past perfect tense, but it is very important to know that past perfect tense is not used only in a sentence. Okay, we never write, or it is very rarely written that he had done the work. Okay, such sentences are rarely written in books and in our practical life. But we may write he had done the work. We may write this sentence also, but this form of past perfect tense is used in case of indirect narration. Okay, so it will be very clear to you if I show with an example. You see, he said, in case of indirect narration or indirect speech, we use past perfect tense only or singly, and otherwise we very rarely use this tense only. We use this tense only with past indefinite, with the word before and after. So he said, I have finished the work. So this is a very simple sentence, and this is in direct speech. And if we make it indirect, then it would be, he said that he had finished. Okay, he had finished, and the rest will be the same. So we have here used the past perfect tense. Why? In direct speech, if the tense is in present perfect tense, and if the sentence is in present perfect tense, it must be written in past perfect tense. So in this regard, past perfect tense is used alone in a sentence also. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood well. So let me stop here today. Thank you for watching my videos.